another speed build. Woo woo. Okay, so let's break it down. It's been 3 months since my past upload. I was definitely expecting to take a small break because if you followed along at all, or if you're, my husband and you're here and you're watching this, you know that we moved and life happened and now it's been 3 months. Whoops. I had expected to take a short amount of time away, so I had pre-recorded a few videos, sort of, and then, it turned into 3 months, and now these videos are 3 months old, and today we're doing an A-frame farm, because when I built this, it wasn't it was shortly after cottage living came out. So these few videos are going to seem like, why are you doing a bunch of cottages? Yeah, well, it's because it was relevant at the time. It isn't now, but we're back and better than ever, baby. So again, just bear with me. It's going to be a few cottages, a few other simmer challenges that were out over the past few months, and they're super not relevant, but they're here. They're here. So again, I built this way back when cottage living was still funky fresh and totally new to all of us and super exciting. So I decided I wanted to do an off the grid build, which is what this was originally. And then I thought it was too cool to be off the grid. So I changed it and it is on the grid, but I will have an off the grid cottage coming eventually that I had also filmed way back when. But this is a huge property. I was testing something here. I'm putting this barn together. I wanted to see if these stables would work inside of a farm. Inside of a barn. And you just saw me play test that they do, in fact, work inside of the barn. So there are 2 that are turned inside the barn, and then these 2 are turned outside so that you also have cattle outside of the barn. As far as I understand, these cattle will roam in and out anyway. I haven't play tested that to know for sure, but I'm pretty sure your cows and llamas will go out of the barn. So I don't know. It was for aesthetic purposes. I think it's cute. It worked for me in terms of what I wanted it to look like. Good luck. That's all. That's it. That's all I got to say is good luck on it because I don't know. I also ended up putting a big lake area. I don't know. I really like the look of this. This could be potential dream home for me someday. You know what I mean? I truly wish I remembered more about this build, but it's been a while. I've slept a few times since then. I've moved houses. I was in a wedding. I've been to a funeral. There's been so much going on between building this and now. Truly feels like a lifetime ago. Might as well be someone else's build, and I'm that person that's and now you can see that they're putting a roof on. Oh, well, now they're doing this. It feels kind of like that. Do you guys remember that trend, especially in beauty in 2016 era? My boyfriend does my voiceover and crap like that. I don't know why that just came to mind, but that's what came to mind. Anyway, oh my gosh, how are you all? How are things? Life is super crazy and super busy. I have plans to do a build of our new house. I have a build of our new house when we were in the process of buying it. On this channel, I'll try to remember to put it in the eye above. And we have big renovation plans. Not like our previous house where we literally took it back to the studs and more, but we definitely have a few things that we want to change, a lot of things we want to change, but it's definitely more on the aesthetic side of things. And, there's a word for what I'm talking about where it's not structural, it's just, the other stuff, but I can't think of that word. Anyway, so I finished up the barn on the inside there. I wanted it to be pretty simple. I did make a cute little loft, a hay loft upstairs. I wish that there was a roll in the hay woohoo or something for that. That'd be so stupid but fun, I guess. I don't know. I feel weird saying that now. Not fun for me personally. It would be a fun feature to have in The Sims. You know what? Never mind. Anyway, so I'm playing with a lot of debug stuff now. I sort of like the fence that we got with the game, but I feel like it's too, having never been to the English countryside, I feel like it's too square. And these debug fences that have curves to them, I kind of feel like that's more organic feeling to me. I messed around with this a lot, and like truthfully, I can't even remember if I left all of it in, because I can't remember if I even liked it by the end of it. I think that I did, but I can't remember now. Please don't laugh at me. I'm doing my very best, truly doing my very best. But yeah, I was just trying to make it look a little different. I had obviously seen lots of other people play with this fencing and use it to sort of customize. I use it in the next cottage build that you'll see in a couple of weeks, and I really like how it turned out in that one. This one was just okay. It was my first time go at it, but in the next one, it's really good. So then right here, I wanted there to be a like deck to get across from this pond area. It kind of wraps around the side of the house, so your Sims will have to go over this bridge to get there. I have never done this before. I've used the same technique in a like huge beach family home that I did probably, I don't know, like 8 months ago, the beginning of this year for sure. And it's not hard, but it's like one of those things that I had to watch a tutorial because I didn't know how. But now that you know how, like it's not difficult. But I wanted this to be sort of a self-sustaining thing because, like I said at first, it was going to be off the grid. It ended up not being, but I still think it's a really cool house, and like you could potentially change it to be an off-the-grid property. So I wanted there to be lots of farmland, obviously some cattle, and then I'm pretty sure I put chickens in. Now looking at them, like, where would I have put them? But I'm pretty sure there are chickens. Don't like hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, just trying to make this look a little bit more organic by putting a lot of the terrain paint down. That's like a huge thing. If you feel like your Sims builds don't feel part of the landscape, I'm telling you, terrain paint is your friend. Use that to muddy things up, you know? Like the Sims, I think, do a good job of having good textures in their like landscaping area, but adding the terrain paint really makes things look a little bit more organic and part of the natural setting, I think. So I try to place some down for like pathways and stuff. I end up always starting with the mud to create, I mean, it's not mud, I guess it's dirt, I don't know, the brown to create some shadows, and then I'll go over top of it with some kind of stone. I usually use that stuff that looks like gravel or like pea gravel, but you could use other stone as well, and I think it could look just as organic. But I'm going around and kind of landscaping. I wanted this to seem very like whimsical. I don't know. Maybe whimsical isn't really the right word. I just wanted there to be like lots of flowers and like very like meadow kind of vibes. I don't know. In my time, in real time, like Spotify Wrapped just came out this week. So mine were wistful and focused. And first of all, I've never been able to focus on anything in my entire life, but I think that's really cute that you think that of me, Spotify. Maybe it's because I listen to a lot of like movie soundtracks. And well, not like soundtracks, like lyrical soundtracks. I mean, I listen to that too, but like movie scores, maybe? I don't know, girl. I don't know. Anyway, back to the build. Wistful. Focused. I don't know. Anyway, I have lost my stream of focus. Do you see? I just talking about it. I've lost it. Anyway. How many times can I say that? Anyway, I'd pulled a bunch of things out of the debug from the cottage living pack to kind of clutter around the space. Like I said, this is a huge property, so I didn't want it to seem barren and empty around all the things. So I tried to pull out like that tractor and the truck. I love that truck. That's so cute. And then there's like a wheelbarrow that had fallen over and has like flowers pouring out of it. So I pulled that out and some other like farming equipment stuff to kind of clutter up the area. As you can see, a lot of this build was exterior. I did a lot of exterior building, but we do eventually someday, one of these days, go to the interior. And this is also a little tip. I do this especially if I know there's going to be like a ton of landscaping. I pick a color scheme. I always say that, even if you're just doing a little bit. You pick like 2 or 3 green things and then 2 or 3 like in your color scheme kind of things. So I a lot of times go for blue and yellow. I might pick like 2 blue and 1 yellow, or sometimes I do just white or like white and pink. Whatever the combo is, pick a couple of those, and then I literally place like 30 of them all at once, and then I can take them and move them, like 30 of each thing, and then take them and move them into place. And then I just do the same like pattern almost. It's not symmetrical or anything, but the same kind of pattern like all over the property. So earlier when I was doing those in the corner, like I placed those where I wanted them, and then I just placed like 30 of the same things and then move them all around. And that kind of makes it easier for me. And like when you're doing a big lot like this, at least on my computer, like the game can get a little bit laggy when you have so much on the property. So I find it easier to just go ahead and put everything down instead of like trying to go back and forth and scroll back through your debug catalog. Even if you have like I use Better Build By or whatever, and Organize Debug and whatever, and that doesn't like in and of itself slow my game down, but I don't know, you know what I mean. Slowing down like slow my computer down. It slows my work down, having to go back through and like scroll all the way through and find the right bush and blah 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 blah. So I just try to place a whole bunch of them and just kind of move them all around as I go. And then right here, I kind of wanted this to look like the path kind of fades out and like naturally like dissipates into the grass. I don't know if I accomplished that, but it was the goal. I really loved this area, these pathways and the like flowers kind of sitting in like the nooks and crannies of it all. And then of course I had to place a little bike. I did purchase this when, you know, they had like those 3 little things that you got if you purchased it, you know, before they knocked it down for a sale or something. Such a cash grab. So stupid. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. So that's what that little bike is from. And then I put a little fire pit out. I ended up just connecting the grass and like made it work. But I did, again, like right here by the scarecrow, try to kind of make it dissipate basically. And then I had that little wash tub and the clothesline or whatever, because again, at this point I was still thinking maybe off the grid. I take that out. I mean, I leave that there, but it is no longer off the grid. And I don't know why, but my dumb ass, I literally was like, why is it so dark in here? I'm so dumb and old. No, I was trying to take screenshots and I was like, why is it so dark? I am so confused, and like went back in and tried to like move walls thinking I had like a light that was stuck in a wall or something causing the shadows. And I was like, oh my God, in my mind, this was no longer off the grid, but I did not actually toggle that. So, you know, it's been a minute. Okay. We've had a rough few months. I mean, honestly, I can't like say how much things are going like well for me personally. It's just been really busy and a little chaotic, and I've had some friends go through some really horrible tragedies, and so it's just been a lot. So like, please don't clock me for not realizing. I'm just doing my best. We're all out here doing our best, you know what I mean? But earlier you saw I went ahead and went into live mode. Do you guys say live mode or live mode? I always say live mode. I don't know. Since I've been playing the game since Sims 1, I kind of feel like I get a say, and that's my say. So went into that and made all of the like chickens and swans and stuff spawn, because I thought that would be cute if there were just chickens running around the property when I go to take screenshots later. That's so dumb, so not important, but it was important to me, so I did that. But as you can see, it got dark inside, and I'm placing like 100 lights. I'm so confused, can't figure out what's going on. I'm so dumb. I'm literally so dumb. There I go, placing more lights. There are probably like 300 of those little saucer lights in there. God. Wow. Do you ever just like hate yourself? Because I do. Most days. Most days, baby. Most. Anyway, I did really like the look of this house. I thought all of the windows were super fun. It kind of was giving When a Stranger Calls vibes. Do you guys remember that movie? That was like the height of like amazing horror suspense films when I was like in junior high. Listen, you want to know about that movie? Okay, so that's a remake. It was in like, I don't know, 2006, 5 maybe. I do not like horror movies at all. Listen, I have enough real life anxiety. So there are like 2 things for people. People either watch horror movies and like get so scared, a big rush of adrenaline and then a big rush of serotonin for having survived such an adrenaline like situation, right? Those are the people who watch scary movies and then they laugh after they're scared. Some people get the adrenaline rush and no serotonin. And then they're just scared. And everything's terrible. Yeah, I'm in that second camp, unfortunately. I hate scary movies. So I have always hated scary movies. I've never pretended to like them ever in my whole life. And I had some girlfriends I was staying the night with, a little sleepover. Like I said, I was probably in the 6th grade, I think. 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember now exactly. But anyway, a couple girlfriends, they were like, we're going to go watch this movie. And I was like, this sounds like a bad idea, guys. This sounds like a really bad idea. And these girls were like super into scary movies. I think it was 3 or 4 other people. And they're super into it. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it, bro. I'm not going to make it. So we drive to the local movie theater, or my friend's dad drops us off. And, oh my God, I just remember thinking like, I'm not going to make it. I'm literally not going to make it. We buy the tickets, you know, you're being dumb because you're with girlfriends and they're like dragging me into the theater and we're sitting down, we're sitting there. I'm watching through my fingers, swear to you. So if you've never seen this movie, it's a remake of a movie that was like came out in like the 70s or 80s or something. I can't remember. And the premise of this movie is there's a babysitter who like gets tormented by this caller and, you know, have you checked the children and all that crap. And they like show a flashback at the beginning of the movie, not actual footage from the first film, as far as I understand. I haven't seen that one because I hate scary movies. But anyway, it's supposed to be a flashback of this killer. Like, that's before the opening credits. And I was like, I have to leave. Like, I'm leaving. We're either calling your dad and we can go back to your house, or I'm calling my mom because I'm not doing this, bro. Like, I am not doing this. So they gave in. They were like, okay, yeah, you were right. We shouldn't have talked you into this. Like, let's go home. And then we went home, and then I like choked on dinner, and my friend's dad had to like literally give me the Heimlich. Like, it was a whole thing. I had a bad night. Like, I was having a really rough evening. And then we played The Sims, and I'm pretty sure at the time 2 of my girlfriends were dating these twins. They were like a year or 2 younger than us, and I remember them making their Sims with these boys. It was so dumb, but how funny is that? I was in like the 6th grade and we were playing like The Sims 2. Anyway, story time. Didn't mean to do that, but if you haven't seen that movie, I did actually like, subsequently end up seeing that movie later in life. I watched through my fingers, did think it was a pretty good movie. It's a very like visually appealing film. As a person who hasn't seen a lot of horror movies and doesn't really care for them, I can't tell you if it stacks up against other movies. Most people would probably say it's not that scary. I found it scary. Found it very scary. The part where she's like running through the woods to like the lake house, girl, couldn't be me, bro. Could not be me. Would never be me. Anyway, this was a huge tangent. I'm so sorry. I obviously haven't had to do a voiceover in a while because I am completely lost in the sauce. But all to say is that this house, vaguely, not even a little, has the same vibes. And by vibes, I just mean that there is a water feature and floor to ceiling windows. And those are the vibes. Those are the only vibes that are the same. Anyway, okay, let's talk about the build. So we've completely completed, wow, the main floor of this build. So full dining, kitchen, living area. It's pretty open with the staircase kind of in the middle. I really liked how this turned out. It's my favorite kind of kitchen. I love dining rooms that are in like glass rooms because, first of all, who sits in the dining room? It won't matter if it's hot in there. That's it. The first of all was the only of all. So there you go. We're moving upstairs. It is just a 2-bedroom home. Deal with it, I guess. But yeah, I really do like how this video turned out. Not like this video, but this build is what I tried to say with my mouth and couldn't, wow, it's been weird. It's been really weird. I know that the like screenshots are coming up in like 2 minutes or so I don't know. I guess real quick, I just want to like say, if you're still here watching, I don't know how, thanks to HIIII Coyote Ugly. We be doing our best out here. I don't know when I'm going to post this. It's literally December 3rd right now, but I could see myself literally not posting this until after the holidays because yo girl is busy. But it's not like I've been sitting back doing nothing. I actually have like a bunch of videos pre-recorded and most of them are edited. Today is my first voiceover. I'm going to try to knock out a couple more this afternoon and we're going to try to get it going, but no promises. So I don't know when you're going to be seeing this. If it's after the holidays, I hope they were great. If it's not, happy holidays. Hope they're gonna be great. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I don't know. Honestly, I thought the 2 minutes were gonna go a little faster and now they're not. So we're still here and that's fine. I just did like the kids' room. I was kind of thinking like teen, maybe like pre-teen. We don't have that live stage, but if we did, that's who I had in mind. And then as usual, master bedroom is boring. It's the same as it always is, really. So I don't know. I hope you're going to stick around. I have really fun things coming up. Like truly, I just spent like a few weeks doing a mega build. It's so exciting. I can't wait for it to be seen on this channel. Literally, I can't wait for my friends to watch it because it's so exciting and I can't wait to talk my head off about it. It's going to be great. Please stick around. The sneak peek, I don't know. I was going to try to be secretive about it, but I'm just so excited. I basically built like a compound for me and Nick and our very best friends, and I'm literally so stoked to put it up. And I'm gonna try to wait for a while and do all of my other older things first, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember what my outro is. Who needs an outro? Thanks for watching. You guys are the best. Mostly because it's just Nick watching and you the best, honey. That's it. Thanks for being here. Bye. The call is coming from inside the house.